Yo, Celtics Nation, I'm bringing the heat of that green passion straight to your soul today. We've got 4 jaw-dropping stories that will leave you speechless, fans. There's drama behind the scenes, epic playoff showdowns, and decisions that could shake the future of our franchise. Is our roster on the chopping block? And what's coming in the next battle? You won't believe what's going down, so grab a seat, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into this. The wild ride of emotions. Which story is gonna blow your mind the most? Alright, Celtics Nation, let's hit the ground running with the first bombshell of the day. The floor's shaking in Boston. And it's not just a playoff fever. Shams Charania, the NBA's go-to insider, dropped a report that's got fans clutching their hearts. According to him, the Celtics, even while locked in on defending their 2024 title, are gearing up for an offseason that could change everything. Yup, major roster shakeups might be on the horizon, and nobody in the front office seems shocked. Why is this happening now? Let's break it down. After hoisting Banner 18, the Celtics went all in. Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Sam Hauser inked massive extensions, pushing the payroll past a staggering $500 million. That's serious cash, and the NBA's new collective bargaining agreement is tightening the screws. Trade restrictions and frozen draft picks are looming, and keeping this squad as is just isn't sustainable. Shams said on the Pat McAfee show that the entire league's expecting a big move from Boston. Sources have been telling me for weeks they'll explore trade options, he spilled. This is real, fans. Now think about it. Tatum and Jaylen Brown are our untouchable cornerstones, right? Together, they're pulling in over $100 million a year. But here's the catch. Players like Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday, who also carry hefty contracts, might be on thin ice. Could one of them take a pay cut or even get traded to ease? The financial strain, Porzingis battling through injuries, and Holiday, a defensive anchor, are vital pieces. Losing either would be like yanking an engine out of our rocket. The fan base is split. On X, I saw posts of fans freaking out. Trade Porzingis, and the chemistry's toast. Others think a deal could inject fresh talent and keep us in the hunt. Strategically, the Celtics need to dodge the second apron tax, which would cripple roster flexibility. Imagine squandering Tatum and Brown's prime years, cause we couldn't maneuver? That'd be a nightmare. The front office knew this when they grabbed Holiday, but now the Bills do. What does this mean for the present? While the focus is on repeating as champs, are these off-season talks messing with the players' heads? Tatum seems chill as ever, as we'll get to later, but what about the rest? Uncertainty can be a silent killer. For now, we wait and pray that Brad Stevens, our mastermind, has a genius plan up his sleeve. Because fans, our team's future is on the line. And that's not even the hottest topic today. Because now we've got a matchup that's got Boston buzzing with anticipation. While we're still reeling from that offseason bombshell, Boston's fired up for another reason. The playoffs. The second round is set, and the Celtics are squaring off against none other than the New York Knicks. That's right, fans. Our biggest Atlantic Division rivals are coming in hot after taking down the Detroit Pistons in 6 games. But don't get it twisted. We swept the Knicks 4-0 in the regular season with an average margin of 116.3 points. Will this series be a cakewalk or an all-out war? Let's dive into the juicy details of this epic clash. The Knicks moved on, but it wasn't easy. Jalen Brunson had to carry the load, sinking a clutch 3 in Game 6 to avoid a Game 7. Detroit played tough with physical defense, but the Knicks tripped over sloppy mistakes and blew late leads. Now they're up against a much tougher foe. Our defense is a brick wall compared to Detroit's, and our offense, which matched OKC's efficiency in the first round, is ready to erupt. Against Orlando, we struggled with their slow pace, but the Knicks don't have that defensive versatility. It's like swapping a suit for a t-shirt and shorts. The Celtics are about to play free. Strategically, we've got clear edges. In the regular season, we jacked up 48.3 threes per game against the Knicks, even hitting 61 in the opener. Plus, we averaged just 10.5 turnovers, shutting down their transition game. We'll target Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns relentlessly, forcing help and freeing our shooters. Mitchell Robinson, and now healthy, gives the Knicks some rim protection, but he wasn't a game changer against Detroit. Can he handle Porzingis in the paint? And here's the kicker. Drew Holiday's hamstring injury is a concern. If he's not 100%, our defense on Brunson could take a hit. The fans are hyped but wary. On X, I saw comments like, Knicks don't stand a chance, but Brunson's a problem. Others warned that playoffs are a different beast. If we sleep, they'll steal a game in Boston. The schedule's locked. Game 1 is May 5th. Game 2 is May 7th, both at home. Then we head to New York for games 3 and 4 on May 10 and 12. If needed, we've got dates through May 19th. The odds are in our favor, but one slip could cost us. This isn't just a series, it's a rivalry that's got our blood pumping. And while we're gearing up for this battle, there's one guy in Boston grabbing attention for his, let's say, unique way of handling the pressure. Guess who's staying cool as a cucumber in this chaos? While the Knicks rivalry heats up, one guy on our squad is turning heads in a totally unexpected way. Jason Tatum, our superstar, is tackling this season with a calm that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. After leading the Celtics to the 2024 title, he's playing with a lightness nobody saw coming. But is this chill vibe a secret weapon or a risky move? And how does it tie into the dark clouds hovering over our roster's future? Let's dive into this story that's got everyone talking. Tatum's on fire. In the regular season, he averaged 26.8 points, 8.7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.1 steals on 0.5 blocks over 72 games. MVP level stuff, right? But what's got people stunned is his demeanor. In recent interviews, he said last year's championship lifted a massive weight off his shoulders. I know we can do it. Now it's just about playing ball, he admitted. Against Orlando in the first round, he made history with legendary performances. But this Zen mode is splitting opinions. Is he too relaxed for the Knicks showdown? Meanwhile, the elephant in the room is that roster bombshell we mentioned. Shams Charania hinted that nobody except Tatum and Jaylen Brown is 100% safe. That puts extra pressure on guys like Kristaps Porzingis, who's fighting through injuries but showing hard. Porzingis was clutch against Orlando even while hobbled. But with his big contract, he's a prime trade target. Imagine the fallout of losing a guy who stretches the floor and protects the rim. Fans are already feeling the sting just thinking about it. On X, fans are losing it. Some say Tatum's chill because he knows he's that guy. Others are nervous. If he doesn't flip the playoff switch, Brunson's gonna run him over. Strategically, Tatum's calm could be a strength. He's playing loose, making quick decisions, and avoiding forced plays. But playoffs are a different animal. The Knicks, led by a red-hot Brunson, will exploit any weakness. If Tatum doesn't crank it up, this series could get dicey. And with key players potentially on the way out, every game feels like a farewell for this group. The big question is, will Tatum's vibe lift the team or leave room for surprises? And how's the roster uncertainty messing with the squad's chemistry? For now, he's holding it down, but the clock's ticking. And there's another Warrior giving his all while facing tough questions about his future. While we're trying to figure out Tatum's Zen mode, there's another Warrior going all out but staring down an uncertain future. Kristaps Porzingis is playing like a true Celtic, even with injuries that'd make anyone tap out. But with trade talks heating up, he might be in his final days rocking the green. And all this is going down as we face the Knicks in a series that's gonna be electric. How's our Latvian unicorn holding up, and what does it mean for this matchup? Let's unpack this story that's got the nation buzzing. Porzingis was a beast against Orlando in the first round. Despite the pain, he owned the paint, created space, and swatted shots like it was personal. But those injuries are taking a toll. On X, fans are torn. KP's a hero, but can he last the season? Others are already mourning. If they trade him, our spacing's screwed. With a contract that hits the books hard, Porzingis is one of the names that could be moved to ease the $500 million payroll. Shams Charania warned, changes are almost certain, and nobody's safe except Tatum and Brown. Now, picture the impact. Porzingis is one of a kind. He stretches defenses with his outside shooting and protects the rim like few others. Against the Knicks, that versatility is gold. Mitchell Robinson, back from injury, doesn't have the same range. On paper, KP can exploit that, pulling Robinson out of the paint and opening lanes for Tatum and Brown. But if he's not 100%, Karl Anthony Towns could be a problem. And there's more. The Knicks' defense is relentless. Can Porzingis handle the physicality without breaking down again? Strategically, we've got the upper hand. We swept the Knicks in the regular season with KP shining in key games. But playoffs are a whole different beast. Jalen Brunson's playing like a man possessed, and any mistake could be costly. The fans are feeling the heat. On X, I saw a post like, if KP plays through pain, he's a legend. Others are scared. One bad injury and he's trade bait. The series tips off May 5th, and every game could be a trial by fire for the Latvian. Is he playing to prove he's worth keeping? The big question is, will Porzingis be the hero who carries the Celtics or the sacrifice to save our future? And how will this play out against the Knicks? Because fans, what's coming next is a debate that'll split the nation. Man, Celtics Nation, what a day. The bombs keep dropping. Trades that could tear our roster apart. The war with the Knicks, Tatum's chill vibe, and Porzingis battling injuries and rumors. It's all hitting our Celtic hearts hard. Will Brad Stevens dismantle the team that gave us Banner 18? Or will the Celtics shut down the Knicks and prove we're unstoppable? Is Tatum too relaxed, or is it just confidence? And Porzingis, hero or off-season casualty? I want to hear from you. Are these changes a mistake or our salvation? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button and subscribe.